This is my 1410 Elements of Grammar final notebook. These are my table of contents. It starts with parts of speech, sentence types, patterns, my exams, clauses and phrases, my midterm exam, misplaced modifiers, parallel structure, punctuation, and agreements. First, we have parts of speech. The headers are up on the top of the pages. And I have the definitions, one of my quizzes, linking verbs, the quiz on linking verbs, transitive verbs, sentence types, definition, and a quiz on sentence types, sentence patterns, direct and indirect objects. I place them in this section because they're directly related to the sentence patterns, because you use direct objects, indirect objects, objective and subjective complements. I have some exercises on sentence patterns. My exam 1 review. My exam 1. Clauses and phrases. I have the definitions of the clauses and phrases like adverb clauses, adjective clauses, participial phrases, gerund phrases, absolute clause, appositives, infinitives, and noun clauses. This was the quiz on adverb clauses. An exercise based on subordinate clauses. More exercises. Restrictive and non-restrictive clauses. Phrases. Gerund and gerund phrases. An exercise on gerund phrases. Infinitives. Quiz 9 on phrases on gerund and infinitive and participial phrases. Misplaced modifiers with its header on top. My midterm practice test. Because I left before the midterms were actually returned, the only test I have is this practice exam. Parallel structure. I have the definition of parallel structure as well as examples. Punctuation. I started with commas to separate and commas to enclose. And I have the different circumstances in which you would separate and the circumstances in which you would use commas to enclose. My quiz 13, which is on commas to separate. Quiz Quiz 14, commas to enclose. Definitions of apostrophes, colons, dashes, and hyphens, along with different examples of when they are used. And end marks like period, question mark, and exclamation point, and their definitions. Finally, I have agreements. There are subject-verb agreements and pronoun antecedent agreements.